Welcome to Virginia Peninsula Community College's training on the Standard Response Protocol, also referred to as the SRP. At Virginia Peninsula Community College, the safety of our students, employees, visitors, and guests is a shared responsibility. Emergencies can happen anywhere, at any location, at any time. The goal of this training is to ensure that everyone understands the same response language and procedures so that we can take action quickly, calmly, and effectively. The Standard Response Protocol provides clear, consistent actions that apply to any emergency, whether it's a medical incident, severe weather, a security threat, or a nearby hazard. By the end of this video, we hope that you will have a better understanding of the SRP and why we use it. Learn the 5 SRP actions. Know what is expected of faculty, staff, and supervisors when an SRP protective action is issued. And feel confident responding to and/or taking action during an emergency. The Standard Response Protocol was developed by the I Love You Guys Foundation and is used by institutions of higher education, K-12 school districts, and public agencies across the country. The SRP is built on one simple idea. Clear language leads to clear action. Instead of confusing or situation-specific instructions, the SRP uses 5 standardized actions, also referred to as protective actions, which can be applied to any emergency situation. These actions are: hold, secure, lockdown, evacuate, and shelter. Each protective action has a specific meaning. Tells you exactly what to do. Will be issued as a Gator Alert Protective Action Alert following the issuance of a Gator Alert emergency notification. And helps eliminate panic and confusion. At Virginia Peninsula Community College, these actions may be communicated through the VPCC Gator Alert System as Protective Action Alerts, delivered in the Gator Ready mobile safety app, or by verbal instructions, directives, or orders provided by Department of Police, Safety, and Security officers, faculty, staff, and/or building coordinators. One of the most important concepts of the SRP is that it focuses on the action, not the scenario. You may not immediately know why an action has been called, and the why is not as important as the need to take action. For example, you may not know what caused a lockdown. You may not know where a hazard is located. And you may not know how long the situation will last. What matters is that you recognize the action. You follow the instructions immediately. And you remain flexible as conditions change. Now, let's walk through each of the 5 SRP actions in detail. The first SRP action is hold. Hold is used when it is necessary to limit movement in hallways or common areas. This might be used for a medical emergency in a hallway, a disturbance being handled nearby, or a temporary safety concern. If a hold alert is issued, clear the hallways. Remain in your current room or area. Heighten your situational awareness. Continue normal activities when possible. And do not open doors unless directed by authorities. Faculty should keep students inside the instructional space, classroom, and/or lab. Maintain a calm environment. And ensure that you maintain situational awareness and monitor additional alerts and notifications and/or instructions. Staff should stay where you are. Assist visitors and guests as necessary and appropriate. Maintain a calm environment. And ensure that you maintain situational awareness and monitor additional alerts and notifications and/or instructions. A hold is typically short in duration and is lifted as soon as it is safe and/or appropriate to resume normal movement. The second SRP action is secure. Secure is used when there is a threat outside the building, such as law enforcement activity in the area, a nearby dangerous situation, or a hazard affecting outdoor movement. If a secure alert is issued, move inside the building immediately. Move everyone into a securable space within the building. If possible, secure exterior doors. Continue activities indoors. And increase situational awareness. Faculty should bring students, visitors, and guests indoors if they are outside. Lock exterior doors, if possible. If possible, lock classroom, lab, and/or office doors. Continue instruction once secured. Maintain a calm environment. And ensure that you maintain situational awareness and monitor additional alerts, notifications, and/or instructions. Staff should lock exterior doors, if possible. Assist persons entering the building seeking refuge. If possible, lock classroom, lab, and/or office doors. Maintain a calm environment. And ensure that you maintain situational awareness and monitor additional alerts, notifications, and/or instructions. Secure allows campus operations to continue indoors while a threat is addressed outside. The third SRP action is lockdown. Lockdown is used when there is a direct threat inside or very near a building, such as an active assailant, a violent intruder, or a serious security threat. Lockdown is the most serious SRP action and requires immediate response. If a lockdown alert is issued, remember the saying, locks, lights, and out of sight. Move to a secure location. Lock doors. Turn off lights. And stay silent. Maintain a calm environment. And ensure that you maintain situational awareness and monitor additional alerts, notifications, and/or instructions. Do not open the door for anyone. Appropriate persons, typically public safety personnel, will identify themselves and they will have a key to enter the space as they check and clear the building. Faculty should take control of the classroom, lab, office, or other space. Seek refuge in a securable space immediately. Move people away from doors and windows. Ensure the door is locked and secured. Turn off all lights. Silence all devices. If possible, cover windows. Limit movement. Build defensible space. Account for students, employees, visitors, and/or guests. Maintain a calm and quiet environment. And ensure that you maintain situational awareness and monitor additional alerts, notifications, and/or instructions. Staff should secure yourself where you are. If your current location is not securable, if it is safe to do so, move to a location where you can lock and/or secure a door. Do not attempt to move through hallways. Take control of the classroom, lab, office, or other space. If you or others are in an open space, seek refuge in a securable space immediately. Move people away from doors and windows. Ensure the door is locked. Turn off all lights. Silence all devices. Cover windows, if possible. Limit movement. Account for students, employees, visitors, and/or guests. Maintain a calm and quiet environment. And ensure that you maintain situational awareness and monitor additional alerts, notifications, and/or instructions. It is important to note that a lockdown may be initiated with or without and/or prior to the issuance of a lockdown protective action alert. Trust your instincts. If you perceive a threat, act immediately. Follow public safety and law enforcement instructions. A lockdown remains in effect until officially cleared. The fourth SRP action is evacuate. Evacuate is used when it is safer to leave the building than to remain inside. This may be due to fire or smoke, gas leak, structural issue, bomb threat, and other environmental hazards. If an evacuate alert is issued, leave immediately. Take personal belongings only if they are nearby and it does not delay your evacuation. Follow posted evacuation routes. Do not use elevators. Move to the designated evacuation assembly area. And do not re-enter the building until directed to do so by appropriate authorities, who include public safety personnel, facilities personnel, or building coordinators. Faculty should direct students, staff, visitors, and/or guests out of the room. Assist anyone needing help to evacuate. Bring class roster and daily attendance. Always follow instructions from public safety personnel, as evacuation routes may change. Notify public safety personnel and/or building coordinators if anyone from your area is unaccounted for, or you know of persons seeking refuge in stairwells. And conduct a personnel accountability report, also referred to as a PAR, upon arriving at the assembly area. Staff should direct students, staff, visitors, and/or guests out of the room. Assist anyone needing help to evacuate. Always follow instructions from public safety personnel, as evacuation routes may change. Notify public safety personnel and/or building coordinators if anyone from your area is unaccounted for, or you know of persons seeking refuge in stairwells. And conduct a personnel accountability report, also referred to as a PAR, upon arriving at the assembly area. The final SRP action is shelter. Shelter is used for environmental hazards, such as severe weather, tornado warnings, and/or hazardous material incidents. If a shelter alert is issued, move to an interior area. The college has marked specific interior spaces in each building with the SRP shelter symbol to help you locate an area of refuge. Please understand that the college is not stating that these areas are safe and/or that you will not be injured if seeking refuge in these identified spaces. We are simply indicating that these are areas typically interior to a building and void of exterior windows that may provide better refuge than areas with windows or on exterior walls, etc. Stay away from windows and exterior walls. If you believe it is safe, and time permits, direct students, staff, visitors, and/or guests into a shelter refuge area. If not, move immediately to a position where you are, that provides the best refuge. Examples include the closest interior wall, away from windows, and/or under something sturdy, like a table, desk, etc. Follow specific instructions provided. And remain in place until the shelter alert is cleared. Faculty and staff should help students or visitors find shelter, maintain a calm environment, and assist anyone needing help seeking shelter. If you move your class to an area of shelter or refuge, bring the class roster and daily attendance roster, and conduct a PAR upon arriving at shelter or refuge area to account for students, employees, visitors, and/or guests. Maintain a calm and quiet environment. Ensure that you maintain situational awareness and monitor additional alerts, notifications, and/or instructions. And remain in place until cleared. Shelter procedures may vary depending on the type of hazard, so always listen carefully for details. Every member of the VPCC Gator community plays a role in safety and security. Know the 5 standard response protocol actions. React immediately, take action when one is alerted. Assist colleagues, students, visitors, and guests. Make certain that you are receiving timely warnings and emergency notifications and staying informed by registering for VPCC Gator alerts and downloading the official and free-to-download VPCC Mobile Safety and Security app, Gator Ready. Emergencies are unpredictable, but preparedness saves lives. Safety is everyone's responsibility. If you see something, say something. Make safety first and make safety last. Thank you for taking the time to complete this training. Your awareness, preparedness, and leadership help to foster a culture of safety and security in our work and educational environments that support the Virginia Peninsula Community College culture of care. And your collaboration with the Department of Police, Safety, and Security. For additional information, review the college's Take Action guides on the web. Familiarize yourself with the college's Take Action emergency posters. Know your surroundings, building exits, marked refuge, shelter areas, and the location of fire extinguishers, AEDs, and utility shutoffs. And save the Department of Police, Safety, and Security phone number in your phone, 757-825-2732. If you are not already, please consider becoming a Gator Assistance Team for Organized Readiness Coordinator. Together, we can take action by responding with standardization, clarity, confidence, and care.